Set us free. Set us free. Set us free. Set us free. In this dark hour of need. Light our way back home, coming in from the cold, and we'll be all set free. Set us free. Set us free. Set us free. Set us free. In this dark.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. This is Andy, and I am excited to talk to you today about what is transformation. So, some people know that I am calling myself the transformed man, and some people will say, what in the world is all that about? And some people don't care. Well, if you're one of the first two, I'm going to tell you what it's all about and why I call myself the transformed man. And if you're one of those that don't care, I'll see you later. Have a good afternoon. Be blessed. All right, here we go. So listen. Let me just tell you the quick and down and dirty story. About 20 years ago, so it was in 1999, 2000 even. 1999 is when it was. Here we go. In 1999, I had already asked Miss America to marry me, and she said yes, and that was a great thing. And then I found out, as I was trying to do the right thing financially and make sure that I was covered or my family was covered if something happened to me, because I am self-employed, the right thing to do is to get life insurance, right? So I went to get life insurance and I failed the physical. I had no idea why. And then, so I went to the agent. He said, Andy, you failed the physical. We can't tell you why. You need to go to a doctor. I didn't even have a doctor. So I went to a doctor. I found somebody. Had the results sent to them after I made the appointment. I went there, sat in the waiting room for 14 hours, it seems like, and then got into a room and sat there for another 13 hours and all that stuff that you go through, right? And you're in a hurry and you can't do anything. So finally I go up to the lady at the desk and said, ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't be here any longer. I've lost too much money. I got to go. She said, Andy, the doctor really wants to talk to you. Let me see if I can get him to come to you next. If you'll just wait just a couple more minutes. Well, the doctor came to me. He said, Andy, you're a diabetic. You're a pretty serious diabetic. In fact, I'm surprised you're not in a coma right now. And I was like, huh? What are you talking about? So he said, I'm going to prescribe this to you, and you're going to get better, and we're going to get a handle on this, and then life is going to be good. So I said, okay. Well, I get out of the doctor's appointment. I call Miss America up. She's not Mrs. Delgado yet. We haven't gotten married yet. I call her up, and I say, hey, Miss America, I just found out I'm a diabetic, and I'm sorry. Do you still want to marry me? And she said, I do. Well, that made me happy still. But so here's where the drama comes in, right? So millions of people have diabetes, but millions of people live through diabetes. My dad was one of those that didn't live through diabetes. He died from complications of diabetes, and I didn't pay attention to the precursors in my life that could have stopped this from happening. You see, a long time ago, when I got out of the Army in April of 1990, I came to Nacogdoches and started working construction. And, doing construction out in the air. This is the first time in the piney woods of East Texas. Well, one of the things that I had to do was get over allergies, because I didn't know anything about piney woods of East Texas and allergies. Oh, I found out that day. So I went to a doctor back then, Dr. Klein, man, he was a great old guy. He knew everything about everything and wasn't a know-it-all, but you could ask him a question and he honestly knew the answer. Anyway, Dr. Klein said, Andy, I can help you with your allergies. We've got a cocktail that we call a mix of shot that you're going to get one every week and you're going to do a lot better. I said, well, great, thank you. He said, I'm more concerned about your weight. I said, okay. He said, I'm going to put you on a 2,000 calorie diet or whatever it was, because I was doing construction. He said, you're doing construction, you need your energy, but we need to change your eating habits and you need to lose some weight. I said, okay, well, I'll do that. Well, I got the paper and it kind of ended up in the back seat or whatever, and I never paid attention to it. So I come back the next week, Andy, how you doing on your weight loss? You haven't lost any weight when we weighed you. What are you doing? I said, oh yeah, I got that thing, and blew him off again. The third week I go there and he says, Andy, listen, let me ask you something. Let me tell you a story. He said, if you went to the feed store and you were going to work for them for a day, a contract day that you needed some extra money and you were going to go work for them, he said, you'd be tired the whole day. All you did was move 50-pound sacks of feed. He said, you'd be tired, wouldn't you? And I said, yes, sir, I would be. He said, you're doing it every day right now, all day, 24 hours a day right now because of all the extra weight you're carrying. Are you tired? Well, yeah, I'm tired. I work construction. No, I was tired because I was tired, chronically tired. I was walking around with an extra, I don't know, at that time, probably 75 pounds. Well, I didn't pay attention to him anymore. I kept getting my shots and everything was working great. And then, in fact, I think when wintertime came and the pine had already done its thing, I quit getting shots and didn't need them again, because out of sight, out of mind, I didn't have the symptoms of allergies anymore. Anyway, so that was a precursor that I didn't pay attention to, or a premonition or whatever. And then here we are, in 1999, I found out I'm a diabetic. I'm pretty serious about it. Well, the stuff that he prescribed, it sent me to the bathroom every day, all day. And I couldn't work like that. You take the medicine and you go to the bathroom and stay there all day. It was tough. It hurt. So I just decided I was just going to die. And I'm glad I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just going to die. I just wasn't going to take that medicine anymore. So I just self-unmedicated myself. Well, long story short, I went to a different doctor, got some different medication, and my blood sugar started coming down enough that I was able to get life insurance. And then not long after that, some friends of mine told me about a system of products that they said, Andy, you can lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. I said, well, I think I better try it. And I did. I lost 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks, a total of 15 pounds in the first month. And I did great on that system of products until I didn't. So in a few years, I'd lost 75 pounds. And then that system of products changed. The people who had made this great set of products didn't make it the same way anymore, and it didn't work for me as well. And I got tired of doing it, so I just threw it away. Same thing, I self-unmedicated, although we wouldn't call that medication. But I just quit doing it. And then, my weight started coming back up because I wasn't taking care of myself anymore. Well, let me tell you what happened to me this last August. In 2019, some friends of mine said, Andy, there's a system of products here that you ought to check out. And I said, okay, I'll try it. And I did. And let me tell you, by the third day, oh my goodness, I didn't even pay attention to, I got people talking to me in the chat. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyway, the third day on this system of products, I felt different. In fact, I'll be honest, I tell people now that I was looking for my blue long johns and my red cape because I felt good. I was like Superman, jumping over tall buildings, stopping a speeding bullet, stopping a locomotive. I could do it all because I was Superman when I tried these products for 3 days, twice a day. And it was amazing. So I kept doing it. And my story since then. So remember, that was August of 2019. Since then, I have lost 24 pounds. And I've lost 4 inches off my waist. I was a 38 and now I'm a 34. Y'all, I haven't been this small since I was in basic training. And back then I was, a mean, lean, fighting machine, whatever you call it. So my life has changed. The products have helped me change my appetite cravings. They've helped me have more energy. They've helped me get active. Y'all have heard me talk about, Macy, and we were all at the park one day and she takes off running and I take off running with her and I'm keeping up with her. And she said, no, Grandpa, I've got to win. So I'd slow down and let her go. And then I'm playing the antagonist and I'd beat her and get in front of her. Y'all, I couldn't do that 6 months ago. I couldn't run like that. I'd be sucking wind bad. Anyway, so now I exercise all the time. I'm having fun with my family. I'm having fun with the grandkids whenever I get a chance to see both of them. Right now, we're spending more time with Macy because Scarlett is way over there on the East Coast. But y'all, so if you could do something to change your life, to transform your life, whether you want to try what I'm doing or not, transform your life. If it's just a matter of doing something small, they talk about little things that add up to big results. So if you can only exercise 15 minutes a day, exercise 15 minutes a day. If you can build it up to 30 minutes, if you can build it up to an hour, if you can do it, every other day, if you can do it 3 days a week, 5 days a week, make the change, transform your life. if you can change your eating habits and you say no to the extra bread or the donut or whatever it is. That's how I became a diabetic. I was addicted to carbohydrates and bread. Oh my goodness, bread. Me and my buddy would get a loaf of French bread, right? On a Sunday. We'd get a loaf of French bread. We'd cut it in half, layer it with about 15 pounds of meat and mayonnaise and mustard and cheese. We didn't care about no veggies. And that was our meal for football. So when football started whenever church got out, from then until football ended that night, that was our meal. That big old loaf, a whole loaf of French bread, not even talking about all the chips. My chips of choice was the Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos, or I get Tostitos and some salsa. There was my veggies, right? Hey, I was eating healthy. Anyway, make a transformation, make a change, the little things. So say no to the bread, have just a piece of bread. Or let me tell you, if you like Chinese food, do away with the fried rice. I know this is sacrilegious for some of you, but get extra veggies instead. If you go to Panda Express, they've got their super greens. If you go to Peking or whatever you have, say no to the rice, get extra veggies, get extra broccoli. Just a little bit of soy sauce, add some of the chili paste. Oh man, my mouth, I don't want y'all to see me drooling, okay? Wipe that off. All right. Make the little changes. The little changes will amount to a huge difference in your life. All right. You guys have a fantastic afternoon. If you want to talk to me about transformation, I would love to talk to you about transformation. I guess you might say I'm a little bit passionate about it because it has made such a difference in my life. Y'all have a fantastic afternoon. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you later. Let's listen to some Look At You Now.
Didn't show up, but you showed 'em all anyhow. You wouldn't slow down, now you're too slow to push a plow.